everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosalind Yukich from A Little R&R, and I just got back from the store. I've been on a 2-day shopping spree for school supplies. I've hit up a bunch of stores. So I've been hitting up all of the cheap stores to get my kids school supplies. I have a massive haul, so I'm going to take you inside with me and we are going to check out what I got and talk about, what we're using it for and all of that good stuff. I am so excited to show you what I have. I'm also going to be showing you my curriculum today that I'm going to be using. I'm going to get out of this car. It is 1,000,000 degrees outside today. So, all right, are you guys ready to see what I got? Here we are. It is a hot mess. I first went to Teddy. I went to Offertissima. I also went to Pepco. And I got a few things at our local grocery store called Consum. So this is what I have to go through. I'm going to go through it little by little and kind of show you what I have, what we're doing. Obviously, I do a lot of printing, and you will see I have done tons and tons of printing, but I also am using, actual purchased curriculum. We're going to go through these bags, see what I have, and let's get started. So it's a little bit better organized. I'm going to kind of go through a little bit of what we're doing, and then we'll delve into the bags. So first of all, I've got printed out here Story of the World. I've got, 2 sets of it. Here's the teacher's manual that's going to get put into a bigger binder because that was too little. And then here's the answer key, or the test book and answer key, because I am going to be doing more testing with my older son. He's going into 5th grade, so he's going to be doing more testing. That's what we're doing for history. For science, we are doing Answers in Genesis, God's Design for Life, the World of Animals. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that because I found some really fun stuff to do with them with regards to animals. For math, we are doing Math UC. I have one kid in Gamma. The other one is in Epsilon. We have here our fraction overlays. We have a huge set of blocks. Actually, it's multiple sets all mixed together. And so Math UC works so well for us with the manipulatives and taking one aspect of mathematics at a time. It's perfect. I have my younger son is beginning the rod and staff English, and so he's going to be doing this. I have one more English book coming from America. It's going to be here probably next week, and he's going to be in 4. He is in 5th grade, but we got a little bit of a late start on English, which I'm not really worried about at all. We are going to be doing more with Croatian this year. So this is Croatian grades 3 and 5. So we're going to, be doing that. Lost one of them there on the floor. Now, for Bible, you can find this on my blog, and this is going to be in my description box on this video. But we have simple character studies. We are going to be learning about responsibility and honesty. Every month there is a new character quality that you've got a little bit of an overview of what we're doing. So the Bible is my own stuff that you can find on my blog. Those are limited time freebies. Every month I'm going to have a new one come out. The first 2 are already out. The first one is already in the store. The second one is still free. You can get it, again, in the description box below. You will find a link to that. For English, we are doing Rod and Staff. For math, we are doing Math UC. For science, we are doing Answers in Genesis. History, we are doing Story of the World. Then for art, I'm going to be kind of combining some activities from some of their subjects that they already have going on. Plus, I'm also going to be having them do easy peasy all-in-one homeschooling art. And they're going to also be doing easy peasy for spelling. Oh, and before I forget, reading. What are we doing for reading? So for reading, what I'm doing is I'm alternating this year between Croatian reading and English reading. I don't feel like, especially my oldest, has been doing enough Croatian reading. And so we're going to be alternating back and forth between doing classics and doing, I'm going to give him a classic, and then I'm going to give him a Croatian book that he needs to read, and then we're going to be choosing, then they can choose their own book. And so we're going to alternate like that. And I am going to be giving them also a sheet of paper to put in their notebook that has the tabs. They're going to have a reading list. And so they're going to keep a list of the books that they're going to read. And that way they kind of have a track of the books that they've been reading. But I'm also including this year in our schedule read aloud time. We usually get a lot of read aloud time in during the winter, and not so much during the time when the days are a lot nicer and they're outside a lot more. And that will probably still continue to some degree, but I wanted to include actual time in our school day for read aloud time. And then during that time, they can draw, they can, do something quiet, they can color or whatever. And that way I can actually direct them with an activity or give them a choice of things that they can do. And this way we could, and we're also going to be tracking those books as well. So on our read aloud list this year, we are going to be doing some Little House. We're going to be doing some Boxcar Children. I think we're going to delve into Sugar Creek Gang, going back to, some of my childhood favorites, maybe some Hardy Boys. They really enjoy Hardy Boy books. We've done 2 of those already. And we have done a Boxcar Children. They loved it, as well as Little House. And then I'm going to be mixing in with those books about missionaries and other heroes of the faith. So those are the main subjects that we're going to be doing for our school this year. Now let's get into the school supplies haul. Okay, so we're going to first tackle the teddy bag. As you can see, I have lots of binders in here. So I'm going to talk about what we're doing with these. So they each have a red, a blue, and a green binder. One binder is going to have their Story of the World program in it. Another binder is going to have it's just going to have paper, loose paper in it with dividers, like dividers with tabs. And I love these. So now, as you can see, I have tons of this paper. I am so happy. I got all of this for free. It is 3 hole punched. And here we have, as you can see, 2 hole punch binders, but it's okay. I have a hole puncher. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually be opening these up, and I'm going to be hole punching them, and I'm going to be filling these 2 red binders with this paper. So it becomes, in a sense, almost like a notebook for them, but then they can take out, like if they have to write, an essay, or they have some other sort of writing assignment, then they can just pull the paper out and they can put it in their binder that has all of the tabs. Now I have one more giant binder left for me. The big purple one is housing all of my Story of the World's curriculum stuff that the teacher manual and the test and answer key. But this one is actually going to be my planner. So I have created my own planner, and I am contemplating putting this out as as something in my store. So I have first my school supplies list that I made. Then I have, here where it's here's our calendar dates, here's our routine, and then I have these brief overviews, like monthly overview, or a brief overview actually of all of our subjects. So here's a brief overview of what we're studying in each subject, how many lessons, so that I know how many times a week we need to do that subject to complete by the end of the year. And then here I put down how many times a week we need to do the subject, and then if there's any extra reading or anything extra that that I wanted to do, and this is just sort of like a brain dump. I did one for each child, and for every subject. So I have one of these pages for every. I have columns for each subject, so and for every month. And it's sort of a brief overview for what I want to accomplish in that month. Now, as you can see, there's scribble outs and everything, and that's okay, because I have these blank weekly pages that I fill in. I do what's called reverse record keeping, and I'll leave a link in the description below for where you can actually find the video from another homeschool YouTuber where she does the reverse record keeping. So I have these, and I'm going to be filling these in as I go. Also in that giant binder, I am putting in my Bible material. Now these are not actually handouts for kids, so I only have one copy. Now in here, I went ahead and went through and printed out all of the special things that need to be printed out. I'm going to do like laminating and stuff like that as I go, but I wanted everything, already printed out ahead of time. And then I can just go every week and take a look and see, do I need to laminate something or cut out something or whatever? But the bulk of the work is already done. So this is actually going in my planner as well. All right, let's see what else we have in here. We have lots of fun stuff. We're doing for the Bible, they have a memory verse every week, and so the idea was to write out the verse on an index card, hole punch it, and put it on a ring. I couldn't find rings, but I thought this is the next best thing. These are a little bit flimsy, so you can still do the same thing. And I thought, gee, they're a lot of fun. They're giant paper clips and super colorful. And so, yeah. So I decided to do that, to improvise. One son, with his math, my oldest one, I have him actually work his math problems in a separate notebook so that the younger one can use that same workbook when it's his turn. Okay, I found this. It's one of those things that we just kept saying over and over, we're gonna get, and we never did. And so now we have our globe. Now this is a fun game. Okay, so this is a Croatian Geography game. And since we're going to be studying Croatian history, we're starting Croatian history this year, going through into the Dark Ages, into the medieval world history. That is right about the time when they began settling Croatia. And so I thought this would be a great game. So it's fun. You just go all around Croatia. You roll and you get so many steps and you go throughout. And then there are little challenges that you do. But each stop is a different city. And so I thought this is a wonderful way to get to know our country. It is 1.5 million degrees today. High humidity, and we do not have air conditioning, and the fan, while it is really helpful, it just can't keep up today. So sorry about that. But I wanted to take a few moments and explain to you our Fridays. So we're doing something new this year. My son last year for school read the book Go Big, written by Dude Perfect. Which is a wonderful, wonderful book. And one of the concepts that they brought up in the book is how one large company did what is called like 20% day. And that was a day when, all week long, their employees would work on projects that they were given, but on the 20% day, they got to pick a project of their own. Now, they obviously still had to work. It still had to be something to benefit the company, but it was like a pet project or a passion project. And so, I thought, what, we could do that with school. I know that there are some things that my kids would love to do, but I have a hard time fitting in our schedule. And so we will still do the core subjects, but so there will be, a couple hours in the morning that they will have to do their core subjects on Friday. And then the rest of Friday turns in 20% day. And so they still have to do school, but it can be something like a research project, or if they want to do learning video games, which I have no trouble with. My kids those have been very effective actually for my children, but they have to be learning games. They can't just be, normal video games and things like that. And so then those turn into sort of like a passion project for them, or something to make the day fun, but still learning. and or playing games together, like the Croatian game, or like Scrabble, or Boggle, or some other learning game. Sometimes our curriculum comes with a game, and so then that can be a day when we can play that game together. But using Friday as like a 20% day, and then at the end of the day, then they get a prize out of the prize box. That is our haul. That is what we're doing for this year. In the description box below, you will find a link to my post that I wrote on our curriculum choices for this year, where I have links to where you can find all of the resources that we use. I think that's it. I think we covered it. I'm super happy because we got lots of art project stuff. That is definitely something we're going to be doing a whole ton more of this year. Super intentional about including art and creativity in our homeschool. And so I hope y'all have a great 2021-2022 school year. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell, because I will be doing a lot more homeschool videos, just peeks into our homeschool day. A day in our life in homeschooling. I have some of those things planned. Also just little glimpses of, little things that we have tried that work, or maybe even little things that we tried that didn't work. And I think it's going to be fun. I am super excited about this school year. I finally feel like after 2 years of homeschooling, I actually have my feet under me. I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel very confident. And so let's hope that all of that just continues on for the school year.